Good morning, y'all. Welcome to another video on the Luderco Arms channel. So, right off the bat, I'm going to apologize. I probably sound rough. I've been sick. Don't feel good. It's a cold. So, if I sound bad or I'm coughing or sneezing or blowing my nose, that's what it's about. But anyways, today we have something that I have wanted one for a very long time, and if you've ever looked at them, you know they're very expensive, and that's a mag drill. But on Amazon, you can get a Chinese mag drill. Vevor, I believe, is the company that makes it. I paid $199 for it. It's in this box right here. I opened the box just to make sure that's what was in it, and haven't gone any farther than that. I did notice when I opened the box that it seems that Amazon just threw it in there, and the box, that's an Amazon box. The box the drill press is in is all busted up too, so hopefully it's not damaged. We will see. So yep, so it's got this fancy box here. It looks like a pretty good box, but you can see the drill is sticking out of it. Hopefully it's not broken. Let me set y'all down here and get this thing out of the box real quick. Or get this box out of here real quick. Ugh. Put it up on the table. All right. So, like I said, it's a Vevor, V-E-V-O-R. And I don't know that this has an actual model number. The way they're listed on Amazon, they just have them all different kind of specs. And I can tell you right off the bat, when you go to order one, look at the ad and be careful, because half of them are 220 volt and half of them are 110. So if you want a 110, make sure you're getting a 110 and not a 220. I ordered this one. This is supposedly the most powerful 110 volt one they had listed. And they also have some that come with some annular cutters. I already have my own annular cutters that I've used on the drill presses before. This one is supposed to come with a chuck. So, we'll see. Oh boy. Let me set this down on the floor and let's see, we got all kind of little pieces here. Loose in the box. We'll get to those parts here in a minute. Tubing. All right. So, of course, they come with an instruction booklet. Let me get this plastic wrap off of this thing here. Doesn't look like it suffered any damage. All right, there we go. So I will say that the box this comes in looks pretty good. It's a nice thick box with thick cardboard, good padding. I have a feeling that somebody may have opened this and then returned it, but I'm not really that worried about it, because as long as it works, that's all that matters to me. And it is 110 volt. Looks like it comes with this, which I believe is going to be a coolant reservoir. Yep. And a safety strap. I wouldn't trust this to hold my anything. Alright, so got that. Got another pack here. It's probably got the handles for the drill press. We definitely got them wrapped up. Alright, that looks like we got handles for the drill press. We got an Allen wrench. Looks like 3 different sizes of Allen wrenches. And another handle for the drill press. Toss that stuff. And then the last little package that came in the box is, I would imagine, has the drill chuck in it. Grab a knife here. Yep. So there's this one that I bought, comes with paper off of here. There we go. Comes with a 1/2-inch chuck with a welding adapter and a chuck key. Alright. So if y'all don't know, most of these mag drills have a welding chuck, which looks like this, and it's got a set screw in it. And so this is what a welding shank looks like. It's got some flats on there for the set screws. So the cutter fits in there and the set screw goes down on the flats. So let's see if I can actually locate my cutters, as I got a pile of them that I've collected over the years. I've got an adapter so I can use them in the milling machine. There they are, right there. So what one of these cutters looks like, get y'all set right here. See, it's got the same shank with the flats on it. That fit up in that welding chuck. So, yeah, I've got all kinds of them, and an adapter to run them in my mill. But I always wanted a mag drill, because picking these, like for instance, this job right here, picking these heavy things up and getting them mounted on that dang milling machine and flat and everything would be a nightmare. Whereas I can take that mag drill, set it on here, and boom, we're good. So, alright, let me get set up. We'll assemble this thing and we'll give it a test out. See if this thing is as good as the, you know, for 199 bucks, you can't really beat it. Especially because if you look at like a DeWalt or a Milwaukee mag drill, you're talking $1,000 plus. And I just can't spend that kind of money on something I'm not going to use every day. But for $200, oh yeah, that's the cat's ass. So let me get let me get some stuff moved and ready, and I'll be right back. All right, so the instruction book, like most Chinese instructions, not all that helpful. I did figure out that this is model number 8850 Echo. So there is that. But most of the stuff's pretty self-explanatory. You got your handles. They're going to thread into their holes. On here. This one does not seem to want to cooperate. I'll have to do something with that. Let's see if this one will screw in. Yes. All right. Let me go find a die. Something is not right with this thread. Don't see anything right off the bat, but it doesn't seem to want to thread into here. Yeah, it is not doing it. All right, I'm gonna have to fix threads on this one handle. So there you go. There's one knock already. I'll be right back. Okay, so I had to recut the threads on one of these handles. It's a M12 by 1.75. So hopefully, if you have to do that, you have that die. I did. And now we got the handles on, so she goes up and down. So it comes with this coolant tank. So if you're running the annular cutters, you've got two knobs here that don't do anything other than loosen. And that thing right there will slide down on there, like so. And then your hose goes right here in the side there, and that way it'll put the coolant down through the center of your annular cutter. Now, most of the time I won't be using this, so I'll remove it and put it up somewhere so I'll immediately forget where it is and never be able to find it again. But it does come with that if you need it. And it comes with some Allen wrenches. One of them, the little small one, I don't know what the heck it goes on. I thought maybe it went on these Gibbs screws, but it doesn't. So it does have Gibbs screws here, here, and here, so that you can adjust the tightness of this going up and down. It seems to be pretty right out of the box, but at a later date, you may need to adjust those, so they do have provision for adjusting the Gibbs. And then on this welding chuck, we've got the two set screws, as you would expect, and it comes with an Allen wrench for them. They need to be turned out a little bit so I can get my drill chuck in there. All right, so we're going to crank this thing up. That's where it stops. And we have this drill chuck with the welding adapter, so we're going to put that in there because that's what I need right now. And this is a yeah, of course it's some Chinese chuck, so probably end up having to replace it with a Jacobs, but Heck, even they're made in China anymore, so. There we go. So you get that up in there and then tighten your screws down on it. Make sure that you've got the two flats pointed at the two set screws, just like that. So now we have a chuck on. So the only problem that I see is this thing has not got a lot of space with the chuck on it for activities there. But we'll see. So now I think we'll move it over here on some steel and get a cord pulled over there and see how the magnet works. So let's get ready to do that. I'll be right back. Okay, so found some more stuff out here. Now you can see that you don't have a lot of depth. This is all the way up. So if you're using the drill chuck, you have very little depth to drill. It is basically 1.5 inches. So be aware of that. Now, of course, if you were using a cutter, it would be, you know, here, and you'd have more. But this is not, you know, it's not a massive mag drill. But the other thing is, with this all the way up, this is a letter F drill bit. And with that all the way up, the drill bit stuck out and was holding the magnet up like that, because the drill bit was already touching. So what I did, I had to take that drill bit and trim about 3/4 inch off the end of it. So if you're going to use the chuck, you need short drill bits. Just be aware of that. Again, $200 versus $1,000, I can deal with little things like that. So now I'm going to get this thing where it's supposed to be to drill my hole, and we'll kick this magnet on and see how well it does. Okay. All right, so I got the magnet on. Now, I can pick up, this is a 1 inch thick by 3 inch wide steel bar, and you can see I can pick it up with that magnet. So the magnet is definitely good. Let me get some cutting oil and see how this thing does drilling this hole. So over here on the side of it, you've got your controls. You got the switch to turn the magnet on, and then this is your switch to turn the drill on, and then you've got variable speed here, right here. There's a rheostat. So let's put a little bit of oil on this bit and see how it does. So that drilled right on through there. Now let's see. We'll have to cut the magnet off. Very nice. So, is it as good as a Milwaukee or a DeWalt mag drill? The answer is not quite, but. So, here's the thing. I could spend $1,000 and get a Milwaukee just like the ones we have at work. And they are awesome. They have a little bit more capacity for the quill going up and down. So you can use a longer drill bit. You can drill deeper. And, you know, what have you. But the magnet on this one is good. I mean, you picking up a 1" by 3" bar of solid steel is pretty good for a magnet. I'm not going to complain about that. It drills just fine. It definitely sucks you have to have the shorter drill bits, and you've only got that much space that you can drill when you're using the chuck. But of course, if you're using this with the annular cutters, which is what it's made for, then it won't have any trouble with it. But overall, all the controls work. It does what it's supposed to do. Like I said, is it as good as $1,000 Milwaukee or DeWalt? No. But is it good enough? Yes. $199, I am not going to complain. I can deal with having to shorten a few drill bits and having to, like I said, I had to rethread one of these handles. No big deal. I had the right stuff to do it. So, yeah. All in all, I would say worth $199. It's definitely going to do what I need it to do because I've got to drill like 24 holes in these. And it's going to be a whole lot easier with that than it would be trying to pick up those heavy bars and getting them mounted in that big milling machine and trying to do it over there. The mag drill is going to be just a ticket. So, there you go. A Vevor, what was it? A 8850E mag drill. Now, of course, I bought this for myself. They're not a sponsor. So, take that for what you will. They didn't give it to me. I paid full price on Amazon for it. But, if you need a mag drill, and you're willing to put up with the couple of little, you know, idiosyncrasies of this drill not having quite as much up and down depth as some others, it'll definitely do the job. So there you have it. So appreciate y'all watching, and we'll see you in the next video. And I know that some of y'all are wanting to get back to the Jeep and stuff, and we're going to, I promise you. But, you know, I work a full-time job, and then I have 2 days on my weekend, Saturday and Sunday. And so if the water heater's out, then we're going to replace the water heater instead of working on Jeeps. Or, you know, we're going to build these things, or I also need to build a new mailbox post. So, there's other things, but there's a big old pile of parts waiting to go on both the Cherokee and the Scout. So there will be more to come. Bear with me. because, you know, got to take care of the home and the home place on my time off. Plus, you know, I'm running a business, gunsmithing, and then making YouTube videos. So we're pretty busy. And hopefully we'll get back to working on the Jeep here soon. But in the meantime, I hope y'all can at least appreciate a few videos of me doing other repairs around this place and testing out new tools. So appreciate y'all watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Y'all have a good one.